forgot to bring that about EPA.
I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's Sustainability Advisory Board meeting. Today is Monday, June 2nd. And we would open the floor for public comment if there is any. Seeing none, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I have a correction.
Okay.
I was actually excused for that meeting.
I'm sure we missed you.
I missed you guys too.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Okay.
We didn't have a meeting.
This was the meeting in April, right?
I so move approval.
As amended.
That's corrected, right.
I second.
All in favor?
I
Great. Thank you. We have subcommittee reports. Our first subcommittee is Environmental Resources. Jan, do you want to start with that?
Yes. Environmental Resources. As a follow-up to the committee meeting we had in April, we did some work on the municipal codes, and we're still collecting them, I guess, for a final report. So that was from that committee. Then last month, we had a meeting of a rain barrel committee, and that was going to be a cooperative effort with NUSC and the Public Works Department. And one of the things we decided we needed were some funding to get the materials initially. So I was able to get us a grant for $2,000 from the Citizens Natural Resources Association of Wisconsin to get us started. And Liz will tell a little about the program.
All right, so Jan mentioned we did receive a $2,000 grant to conduct a Build Your Own Rain Barrel workshop here in Oshkosh. So the Environmental Resources Subcommittee is planning to partner with the Fox Wolf Watershed Alliance to offer the workshop in either August or September of this year. There were a few questions that were raised at the last committee meeting regarding the workshop, so I just kind of wanted to go over those for the members who are here today. So regarding the $1,500 fee, it does cover all of the materials plus the actual administering of the workshop, so the staff that's there to teach participants how to construct them. If we do decide to charge a fee for the workshop, any additional funds that are raised would come back to the City of Oshkosh to administer another future workshop if we choose to do so. If we don't reach the 30 participants, any materials would come back to the city so we could sell them or offer them as incentives to residents if we choose to do so. They will provide safety equipment and the tools necessary to assemble the barrels for participants. And then they'll actually go through the process of constructing them, cutting out the hole, all that good stuff, and they'll provide instructions as well as to how to build them. Typically, the workshop lasts 2 to 3 hours. They'll spend about 15 to 30 minutes talking about water quality and practices that can be done at home to improve water beyond the benefits of the actual rain barrel itself. And then they'll go into the actual constructing, so participants that go first obviously will be finished first. Unfortunately, they do not provide delivery from the actual barrel once it's constructed to the participant's home. They only provide delivery of the materials to the actual work site. So that is something that we'll need to consider. And then they do have a list of dates that are available, so I just wanted to quick run through those for everyone who's interested, and we can potentially even settle on a date. So the first is August 16th, August 23rd, August 30th, and then September 6th or September 13th are also available. So we can talk about that. Do we have a location yet? I believe we are looking to hold it at the Masonic Temple on Washington, next to the library.
So the date may the location may be dependent on the day.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, he did say, I checked with all of August, he said wherever you guys need it. So, obviously we need to verify after we've settled on a date, but, and September might not be out either. Once we have a date, I'll double check.
So next steps for that would be to confirm with the Fox Wolf Watershed Alliance on the date we would like to host the workshop, and then we'll continue coordinating with them throughout the time between now and the workshop to finalize details.
Just to clarify, if we collect for this and they return that money to us, we can use that any way we want, right, when it
Correct,
comes
yes.
back? It's not for another
As long as
workshop with
that's
them.
Okay with the grant that we received. So.
So we're not going to subsidize the sale of rain barrels?
We would, yeah.
We would charge less probably than what they actually cost, but my personal thought is that we should have some fee attached because it will become more valuable to the
Oh, yeah.
participants.
So right now, we could do it for 30 participants at no fee.
Correct, yep. But it was recommended by the organization who puts these workshops on that having a minimal fee does help turnout because they have something kind of tied to the
Invested
workshop.
in it.
Yeah, and then we could do something in the future. We've mentioned before, like possibly doing something with rain gardens or some other kind of workshop that we could build off of that and have a whole nother great thing come out of that.
So that's what I have on that. And then, Samara, do you want to talk about the Oshkosh Farmers Market a little bit?
Sure. So in an effort to promote this rain barrel workshop that we're going to be having in part, but more generally just to make the citizens of the city aware that this committee exists and of the sustainability work being done in Oshkosh, we've secured 5 dates where we will have a spot at the farmers market, and it will be the same spot each time, which is really good. We can get additional spots if we want, but those are non-confirmed, so it would be week by week. So we already have 5 dates for sure that we know we'll be going, and I think Lizzie has sign-up sheets so we can sign up at least in pairs to be there. And the first date is going to be June 14th, so right around the corner.
And we do have most of the materials pulled together, but we'll also be, we being Nikki, will be constructing a display for it also.
And I think it would be good for us to settle on the date that we want to do the workshop, because if we're trying to promote it, it'll be a lot easier if people have a date to go with that. Sounds good.
I agree. Okay, that's it for the Environmental Resources Subcommittee then. Climate Change Subcommittee. Michelle?
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I
Jen.
just had a question. Do we send letters of support from this committee? Have we ever done that?
We did at our last meeting. We sent a letter of support for the Public Works Department for the grant that they were writing. And I believe
We did one last year for the Farm to School through Rethink. So yes, we do.
Is there a group that is
Well,
requesting our
it's
support?
just that the EPA is now coming out with an effort to limit industrial carbon pollution from all power plants, and it would be good to get support for that position to EPA.
Right.
So it wouldn't be something we would be doing, be something that we would be approving of another organization doing.
Right, and that's open for public comment for the next 120 days, so I think
Right.
it would be a good thing to do that. I agree with Jan.
So I could draft a letter, since I have a draft already, and then you do it from somebody else.
Perfect.
And
That would
so
be
what's the process for that? Is that something that would come out of our committee, or is that something?
I think for timeliness matters, probably come out of the Environmental Resources Subcommittee, or
Or we
Would
could
it need
just
board-
do it directly
would it need
to
board
the-
approval?
probably.
Because climate change would be a good committee for it to come out of.
Okay.
This is true. If, since you already have it drafted, that would be excellent.
But we probably wouldn't have a meeting of, do you think? What did you say, 120 days, the next 120? Oh, we will have a meeting.
Plenty of time.
I'll make a note to have that on the agenda for the August general meeting.
Or should we do it at the subcommittees in July?
Let's look at the subcommittee.
Work it at the subcommittee and
If
then,
we need to.
Okay.
right, and then bring it back to the committee in August.
Excellent. Thank you, Jan. Actually, if you'd like to draft 9 of them, we can probably submit them all.
Do what?
You know, one from each of us.
Well, yes, that would be a good thing.
That would be a very good thing. This is something that I would hope everybody would be in support of. Okay, is there anything else from the Environmental Resources Committee? Okay, let's move on then to the Climate Change Subcommittee. Michelle, you have a report for us?
Sure do, Margie. All right, so what we're looking at right now is we need to get moving on milestones 2 and 3. So we are going to look at the ICLEI website. Lizzie's going to be getting people the information to log on for those interested in looking up the information from when we did our milestone 1. And we also want to be looking at 2007 to 2013 because our initial reports went through 2007, and we kind of want to see where we've grown from there to understand what we need to do from here. We are also going to have people make a presence at the city council meeting and just have a few words about where we've come and how far we've been with these milestones already and what a great achievement that is. And that we would appreciate support through the creation of milestones 2 and 3 with this subcommittee. And let's see here. There was also mention that there's going to be transitioning to new software on the ICLEI website, so that's going to be a process as well. But hopefully with working on ICLEI milestones 2 and 3, we can really get moving this year on those.
Which very nicely addresses our 2 main goals for the year, right? Our milestones and education and awareness.
Yep, exactly.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, our next official meeting is Monday, August 4th. We will have a subcommittee in July. I would entertain a motion to adjourn to work session.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of adjourning to workshop, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.